Yo, what's up? In the place to be. It's Makzwell Skot, Breaking Wreckords Radio. Chilling in my crib right now. Just going to interview my man, Lord Akuna. Yo, big up Lord Akuna for passing through. Shit is always live. Yo, shout out to Maloney and shout out to the whole Breaking Wreckords team. And yeah, I just want to get into it because this is my guy and I really want to put him on, you know. So the first thing I probably want to ask you is who is Lord Akuna and what drives you to do what you do?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me, Max.
Welcome.
Big up Maloney, Breaking Wreckords
Radio.
Who is Lord Akuna? Lord Akuna is just like a name I had when I was on a message board for anime.
Well, it's like that. It's like an anime alias, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And like, Lord isn't about God. It's just about being a lord, like a duke or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Akuna,
a feudality.
Yeah, exactly.
Word up.
And Akuna is just about like, Akuna Matata, no worries. So that's yeah. And what was the second part to that?
Just what drives Lord Akuna to do what Lord Akuna does,
man? Passion, the fire that burns within, yo, and just like really trying to pave a way for my family and myself. So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated. And my cat, shouts out to Africa.
Shout out to Africa, nutter. Yo, that's ill. Yeah, so what's good with the anime then?
Yo,
we need to ask you that for a minute.
Yeah, man.
What's up with the anime, man? Because I was quite a bit myself, like, but probably not as much as you. I know when you're really on your Japanese game hard, like, you can go in with that shit, and like, you know, it's a whole culture within itself, like.
For sure. Right now, I'm just watching Desert Punk. It's kind of like a lot of fan service. I don't know, but if you're looking for something to get into, big ups to Berserk. And Titan AD's newer thing that mans can check. Big into anime.
Word up, yeah.
Love that Cowboy Bebop steez.
Cowboy Bebop, yeah.
yeah. Lots of good stuff on there.
Yeah.
Anime tips.
So. Fuck with the Samurai Champloo as well.
Yeah. Like, yo, that one gets a lot of love because it's got the hip hop in thing.
Yeah. It was a bit of a generic one, maybe. Like
the same guys who did that also did Cowboy Bebop, and I prefer that one.
You like the Cowboy Bebop better? Yeah, I'll peep that, but someone at work told me to check the Cowboy Bebop, so I know I'm definitely going to go and list, like, you know, check that out online once I get a sec. But alright, going on, like I was going to explain. I wanted you to explain what the Bandies movement is. How did you guys come together? Because I know it's an old movement that started on the roads, so I know there's a lot of progression there. And I just wanted you to, you know, maybe give us a quick run through of like where it's come from to where it is now.
Yeah, Bandies is a group of kids, mans, womans that nobody really wanted to mess with, and we just came together and we're really trying to get out of poverty via art. It started in a house. Me and my boy Chop. What up, Skull Chopper?
Yeah, peace to Skull Chopper. Safe for the beer. Yeah, man.
We were just really broke in a house with no power, no water, no nothing, and we were just sick of being broke, man. So we just decided to, you know, bandy up, get our desperado on, and try and come up off of this art tip, and that's what we've been doing ever since.
Sick. Yeah, that's ill, man. That's the real shit. So. You know, like you know, I know you're out and about a lot, and obviously, you know, for people that don't know, like, obviously, I'm rolling with Bandies at the moment. I'm working with man, so that's why we're setting this interview up. So, you know, how's it kind of been progressing for you recently? Because, you know, say maybe going from like the beginnings where it was a little bit more like harsher and a bit more, you know, slimmer, you know, prospects or whatever. What's it like now for you? You know, I know you've been putting in a lot of work.
Man, it's kind of crazy because stuff's moving. Like this time last year, I threw big up to La Chemist. I threw Chem's release party for Musical Meditation Volume 1, and you know, there was not really anybody there. And then just maybe 2 weeks ago, we had Makzwell Skot's EP release party at Central, and it was popping. So it's measurable progress, and it's just, I don't know, stuff's going pretty good. I don't really want to jinx it, but it's like I'm just kind of waiting for the shoe to drop or, you know, whatever, but stuff's going pretty good right now. Got some big plans in the New Year's.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff's moving.
Sick. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, man. That is deep, man, and that's just like, you know, shout out to just hard work and self-belief, man, because it's kind of emulating it at the moment. So how many tapes have you got out at the moment? Because I know you've got mad tapes out. And can you talk about some of the projects? Like, I know you got, like, you know, what's like your favourite one or whatever. I don't know if they're all your favourite ones or.
No, they ain't all my favorite ones, man. A lot of them you can't even find because I just deleted them.
Word up.
I have like.
So what's actually out that we can get at the moment?
Yeah, Tape of Akuna. That's out right now. Yeah. And the last project I just dropped about a month ago, I'm Broke, the mixtape, sponsored by Welfare.
Word.
Tape of Akuna is just kind of some older tracks I had in the lockbox there, so just got those off. I'm Broke, more new tracks, like 7 original beats. That one I think is pretty fire, man, to be honest, and it's showing the direction that it's going for, you know, the art. It's showing the direction that the art is going. Basically.
Word up. And yeah, you know, obviously I you know, I make sure I bang the tapes before I go and do the interview and stuff. Thanks. Like, and it is hard to, you know, I'm just trying not to be disrespectful, and you shouldn't do an interview unless you actually know what you're getting into. So obviously, like, I've got music coming at me 24/7, but obviously I just bump man shit. You know, I was been listening to all the singles when they come out, because he's obviously dropping videos for them and stuff, and you need to go check that I'm Broke video on YouTube.
Yeah, shouts out Pedro, fire!
By Lord Akuna, because then you can go see like that joint with the video, because that's nice. So yeah, there's lots of variation on your tapes and with your styles and stuff. So can you explain some of your influences, like, because you know, I'd definitely say like what you're doing, you know, from my perspective, is very original. You know.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I really don't want to sound like anybody. Like Ghostface Killer said, I don't want none of y'all
sound like me.
Sound like me. Period. So a lot of people trying to go right, I'm trying to go left. My biggest influences. I mean, people can hate or whatever on whomever, but I really Riff Raff, like Lil B. I really like the way that they just grind, and they do whatever they're doing and they put it out.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the greats like Eminem, Tupac, Big L, 50 Cent. Like, big ups to 50. I'm waiting for you to sign me, dog. I'm here. But a lot of underground stuff too, like. Yo, Moral Technique, Vinny Paz, freaking Esoteric, Curtis Mayfield. Like, I try and just listen to everything.
Keep a bit of mixed bag, yeah.
Yeah, but the biggest, Kid Cudi, Kanye. I mean, I'm just a big fan of hip hop music in general, or just music in general.
So yeah, like, off the back of that, I wanted to ask you, like. You know, like, what do you think about the rap scene at the moment? Like, you know, can you even really call it a rap scene anymore? Or is it a trap scene? Because, like, I know you're in the club more than, like, a lot of guys that I see, and people need to understand, like, a hip-hop night is not the same as a club night, but they still play hip-hop music in the club, but, like, normally in the club there's way more people, it's open for longer, it's alive, like, you know, hip-hop nights kind of weeded and shit, you know what I mean? People are just like, you know, like maybe only come there for a couple of hours. A dance is a dance, you know. So I know you're in the club a lot more. So I just want to know, like, can you tell us like what's good like at the moment for the future? Because I want to put you on blast and, like, you know what I mean? Just some of the new artists and some of cause I just think there's a bit of separation in the beats at the moment with the tempo and the way people are rhyming. And since I come out here, I've definitely been exposed to a lot of it. And in my opinion, that's just what's hot right now, you know. Even like we said about Riff Raff. I only found out the other day, and we were just talking about it at a party, and some guy walks past and he's like, "Oh, Riff Raff," you know. That's what's hot.
Riff Raff's hot. Right
talk
now.
About all this boom bap shit, and that, you know, even though that's, you know, what we're promoting and what we love, but that ain't really what the names that are getting said as frequently as other names, and it's killing it as much on the social media aspect. And I know you're very in tune to that, so I just wanted to, you know. I know it's a bit of a big question, but can you kind of tell us about the separation within the beats and the rap and the trap scene?
As far as the direction that hip-hop's going, I'm fine with it. I love hip-hop. I think it's more accessible than ever. I don't see it stagnating anytime soon. Who's hot right now? I mean, you know, some of my youngins are hot right now, like Jimmy Hoffa. He is killing it.
Peace to Jimmy Hoffa. Yo, peace to Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah.
Yo, big ups to that, man. Big ups to G1, Shaolin. And then what I'm listening to, I mean, I listen to a lot of ATL, trap, Future. But as far as like, there's still men who are doing that boom bappy stuff. I know you were peeping the show the other day, the Rise of Fresco show with them youngins.
Yeah. Live music, yeah.
Joey Badass. You know, I fuck with him. Or sorry, I don't know if I can curse. I mess with
you can
that.
curse, it's fine.
I mess with that man too. Like, I feel like there's a lot of men doing it on the commercial scene. Maybe they're not getting the light that they deserve. But
yep.
There's plenty of sick MCs out there who are still doing the boom bap thing. But maybe there is an oversaturation. There definitely is an oversaturation of just straight trap.
Yeah. So how do we go through then? Like, because I'm always asking you, like, what's good? You know what I mean? Like, and I just, for me, the rhyming's a lot different and stuff. And like, it's like when grime came out in England. Sometimes it takes like, you know, it's always hard for people with their old ways to accept the new style. You know what I mean? So, like. Just like, what do you think about that style of music with like, you know, the flows and stuff? Because I know it's a new and original scene, you know what I mean? So I wanted to just know if you had any insights about, you know, because like you're saying, that's what gets you hyped, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what, when you go home, that's what you're banging, right? So
part of it is lifestyle, and I think a lot of people, they can't really relate to some of the things that are being said on the tracks. For example, you know, Travis Scott on that Antidote song. He's literally putting out that brand, that lifestyle, of just being kind of fucked up in the club, for lack of a better term. And I think, you know, part of it is just where you're at in life. It's not for everybody. Future's music is not for everybody. But if you give it a chance and you can just kind of get past the, okay, this isn't lyrical, miracle, spiritual, and just take it in and maybe just burn a zoot or whatever, and you can vibe to it. It's not all music that's gonna, you know, take your stuff to a higher level, like kill a priest. You know, it's not gonna make you sit back and reflect, but it's good background music for the lifestyle that they're trying to portray. So I think if you can just allow these young kids and maybe take it with a grain of salt, then anybody can nod their head. Like, for example, my homegirl, she's Japanese. She doesn't know English, but she can listen to Future's music and bob her head.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's more what some of these artists are going for, and I don't really have a problem with it at all.
So it might be the kind of like the same way that, like, you know, in the 90s people need to like get their heads around the fact that like a lot of the tracks are to do with like murder and selling drugs. Do you know what I mean? People need to be like,
NWA.
Yeah, don't take that too seriously because these guys are trying to say something. So I guess if you can accept that, then if you just hearing people talk about, you know, being hammered and being in the club, then, you know, if you can accept the, like, you know, the crazy drug selling and the crazy, you know, gang violence and stuff, then I reckon, yeah, it's not too big a gap, is it really?
No.
If you're an old school head, then you need to get past that, because I just know that he's got his foot like in both things, you know what I mean, and the guy has got a big variation of style, so I just think it's like interesting for you to say that. And I want that to go out to people because, you know, the future's here, so you got to get with it, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to find a way how we can all coexist.
And not 94 anymore.
Do the thing, you know what I mean?
2016.
Yeah,
like
there's a big variation, big gap, and I just think we need to bridge that. And, you know, like the old heads and the young heads and the boom bap heads and the trap heads, everyone just needs to talk and, you know, respect their own thing. So thanks for those words, because it's very interesting. So I wanted to ask you, what's the difference? Because I know that you originally you from Canada originally. You from America originally?
I was born in the States.
Born in the States, right? So what's the difference between the scene in the States and in Canada? And can you tell us how emigrating affected your career? So, like, you know, I'm UK, so like, I'm like with the trap music and stuff, I'm trying to adapt to a lot of stuff out here, but there's still some things that I will never leave from England. So I wanted to know if you felt the same way about America. Is there some things that you just do your thing like the way they do it in the States, or is there some things that you just glad that you left it? And, you know, in terms of your, you know, how it affected your, like, you know, style and your music and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not really in the so heavy into all of that gangster shit out here. That's definitely a lot different. Like, Toronto is a lot more safe than where I was previously, which is Arizona. Shouts out to all my AZ mans. And yo, just coming here, it put me on another level. I was in Tucson, Arizona before. You know, it's a good city. Shouts out to everybody there, but it's not Toronto. Toronto is a major hub.
Safest place, safest city in the world, baby.
Yeah, man. If you're not in Tokyo, like, you know, Toronto is very safe.
Yeah.
And so I just really, man, moving here, yeah, it was tough. It was tough trying to figure out what you hold on to, what you don't hold on to. But I don't know. I don't necessarily. I don't know, man. Just.
Who would you say grinds harder? You know, you friends in the UK or friends out here?
Yo, my man, I don't have any mans in the UK, unfortunately.
So,
you're my man in the UK,
in the
bro.
US, in the
You're
US.
my UK links,
in the US,
bro.
my bad. In the US or in Canada?
Yo, mans really do. It depends. Like, mans really grind in Toronto.
Word.
My mans in the US, they really grind too. But I like the American scene more. No offense to anybody.
Yeah, no, of course, man. We just, you know what I mean? It's just, it's you know, I just want to put it on blast and get the real shit
I
in
mean,
it. Like.
big up to all the Canadian artists doing their thing. But if your name isn't like Drake or, you know, Tory Lanez or Justin Bieber or The Weeknd, you're not really doing too much, in my opinion. So, you know, if you look at the States, it's a bigger market.
Yeah, word. So do you think like, you know, being from, you know, being out in Toronto and doing the thing in Toronto, that, like, you know, that's a good, like, kind of base to maybe start approaching the States from, you know, like.
Yeah, New York, here I come. Virginia, here I come. Seattle, here I come. Arizona, here I come. Cali, here I come. I'll be there just now.
There you go. There you go.
Real
Yeah,
shit.
that's what it is. So yeah, just off the back of that, yeah, and like, you know, like the States influence your style at all, you know, the way you spat and stuff. Like, what's the parties like? What's the homies like? You know, when you're kind of coming up and starting to kick your rhymes and shit. Like, is it different? Like,
No, it's the same. Nobody wants to hear nothing you have to say ever. They ain't trying to hear your rap. They ain't trying to buy your mix. They ain't trying to hear your, you know, watch your video. But it definitely, like, it's not like super grimy out there, but it's grimy, you know. So that influenced me. That heat, that Arizona heat, it just beats you down, man. You gotta stay inside with a nice, cool drink and a notepad. So
it's like the Cali style. That heat is just, that brings out the grease in people. Innit? Like, so you get that long sunny ass grease, like.
It's another level. So yeah, man. Straight.
Oh no, that's dope, man. That's dope. You know, like, I think that's hot, man. So, who's, in your opinion, who's the nicest in the city right now?
Me. Like, come on, man. You mans ain't bumping my tapes, though? Yo, no, it's funny, because I just seen my boy posting up somebody else's music who's not mine, and he's like, yo, this is the hottest guy, and then I literally blew him up. I'm like, yo, what are you chatting on about, bro?
Yeah.
Nah, with all due respect to everybody, I don't mean to, you know, be like a cocky dude, but I really think that no one's really seeing me right now. I'm original. I can do what they do, but I don't know if they can necessarily do what I do. And I got nothing but bars, bro. Like, so many bars. But if not me, like, say I had to name somebody else.
You know, even if it's like, because I know you're working with people and stuff, so even if it's not someone you're working with or someone you know directly, or even if it's someone who is just like in the charts and is signed, like, who's nice out here, bro? Like,
yo, okay. On that level, like on the local level, you know, obviously Bandies, Free Mist, Makzwell Skot, BanDzz, them mans are nice, to be honest. And then, like I said, Jimmy, yo, that man is making undeniably good music.
Yeah, piece of Jimmy Hoffa, man.
He's really hot right now. He's killing it. On the charts, yo, I love Future. Like, that Purple Rain tape is fire. I've been bumping that back to back to back. I really like Rich the Kid. I like all them young boys out there. Migos, you know, young rich niggas too. I like a lot of these cats. Yo, Rock Marciano, he ain't even put anything out in I don't know how long, and he's still one of the sickest. So
yeah, word.
There's enough mans who motivate me to just keep going hard. But yo, I'm nice, man. Like, I don't care who it is, where they're at, man. I'll spit bars anytime. So
yeah, yo, and I seen that firsthand. and that is ill. And,
Iffy, yo, shouts out to Iffy. He's the nicest dude that no one's ever, like, man's know who he is, but yo, he's coming, so. And Jay Chronic, that's my youngin' too.
I like that though, I like that, yo, like, you know, I can do what you do, but I don't know if you can necessarily do what I do, and yeah, I think, you know, if there had to be a statement, maybe that would be the one, like, you know, to associate with Lord Akuna, because, you know, I couldn't do what he does, like, you know what I mean?
I can't do what this man.
A lot of people, in a fight to be original, do you know what I mean? This guy definitely has got a sound that you should hear, so just recognise that, you know what I mean?
Thank you, man.
And finally, I just want, you know, just wrapping it up. I just wanted to say, you know, do you want to shout out anyone? I know you already did some like big ups and stuff for like who's nice, but like is anyone behind the scenes or any movements or anything online or you want to give a quick minute to?
Yo, shout out to the collective. I'm repping y'all right now hard, so give me some free paint, please, and I will get up all over the city with it. Big up to my mom, yo, Dr. Theodore, Nessie. Shouts out to Papa Lurk, and yo, my boy Nicky J. Free all my mans, free Miss, free Birds, the whole Bandies team. Big up to Rebs, Hollywood Rebs. And you know, I'm probably forgetting enough people, yo. Big up to Makzwell Skot, Secret Society, what up? That's about it, man. You know, shouts out to Miss Black though, all day, Africa, all day, all day. Chop! And yeah, I'm good.
Word up, and then just finally, social media, like how can people get at you if they want to, you know, holler at you, like, you know, the Bandies movement's big, obviously I'm associated with that, we're doing stuff in the city, so like, you know, how can people holler at you if they want to work with you, if they want to check your music out or download it, or, you know, just your social media plugs?
I mean, you can hit me up, LordAkuna.com, LordAkuna@gmail.com, @LordAkuna. For everything, like Twitter @LordAkuna, Instagram, Facebook.com/LordAkuna. Big up to Toast. Yeah, I'm out here, yo. You could just run up on me in the streets, like if you feel, you know, if you see me looking.
If you're ready.
Yeah. If you see me out there looking glorious, you know, just come and say hi. Like, yeah, LordAkuna.com, man. Everything there.
Oh yeah. He's got his own website and that, so yeah, go check out that because that's streamlined.
Yeah, yo, appreciate your time, man.
Yo, respects from Makzwell Skot. Yo, main man, big man, Lord Akuna up in the house. Makzwell Skot signing out. Breaking Wreckords Radio. Peace to Maloney. Yo, you know what it is.
Big up.